God doesn't give up on you because you mishandled what He gave you. He has another opportunity so you can prove to Him who you really are. You're not defined by your mistakes. You're prepared by your mistakes. Every failure can teach you something. Don't live in regrets. Learn from your mistakes. Get the lesson out of it so you don't keep repeating it.
I am here to tell you that you can come from nothing and become something. All you have to do is uncover this gift that God gave you at birth and start using it. The Bible says your gift will make room for you.
Do what you can. Don't let neglect stall you on your path toward prosperity and health, rich beyond wildest imagination. Don't neglect what you can do. Do not neglect to do whatever you can do at the moment, because it'll work miracles. If it's a foggy night and you can only see 100 feet, walk the first 100 feet. And walk as far as you can see, and then you can see some more.
The reason why most people don't make it, because they focus more on their distractions rather than their destiny. If you are hungry, you are singly focused. Go all out to do what's necessary. Because giving up is not an option. Being poor is not an option. This is very serious because your life is on the line. The masses of people, you don't want to follow them. The masses of people, ladies and gentlemen, are followers. People say, I had no other option. You weren't hungry to create an option. Yeah, it's not fair that worms are eaten by birds, and they are. People that are hungry don't spend time talking about that it's not fair. They spend time looking for a way to win, doing the things they need to do, preparing themselves in a sense of perseverance. I will persist until I succeed. Don't give up on this. You deserve a better life. Don't settle for just surviving. No, you weren't put here to survive. I dare you so settle for surviving.
Your will is one of the most powerful things you have. When you make up your mind to do something, God will breathe on your efforts, but it kicks in when God sees you doing all you can do. I don't have the discipline. I don't have the talent. God is saying you can do it, but you're going to have to dig down deep and put forth the effort.
Don't spend minor time on major things. The man spends 3 hours watching television and only 30 minutes playing with his kids. It also reads, don't spend major money on minor things. Here is a great goal-achieving tip. Don't mistake movement for achievement. Don't get faked out by being busy. The man says, I've been going hard all day. But here's the major question. Doing what? It's the doing what, the value that counts. The best use of time comes from putting plenty of value in it. And concentration means you take that challenge seriously. Concentration. The big sports stars will tell you the cost of not concentrating. So writing a letter, concentrate. Having a conversation, trying to solve a problem, concentrate. You won't believe the effect this will have on your life.
If you're weary with smallness and you can't focus, what are you going to do with greatness? You're asking for more and you haven't mastered less. You're so busy reaching out to your future that you are neglecting what you have been given right now. Because if you were sloppy yesterday, you're going to be sloppy today, and you're going to be sloppy forevermore.
It's easy to go around worried about our future, stressed over our finances. We're tempted to live guilty because of past mistakes. We wonder why we don't enjoy life, why we can't sleep at night. It's because our mind is cluttered. If you're going to reach your destiny, you have to clear out the clutter. When you go through a disappointment, you can hold on to it, live discouraged, Or you can let it go and say, God, I know you're fighting my battles. I may not see a way, but God, I know you have a way. You can get rid of the negative things that are stealing your peace, draining your energy. The scripture tells us to guard our minds because all through the day there's clutter. There's noise, there's jealousy, there's hurts, there's offense. They may come, but you don't have to hold on to it. I wonder how many of us are hoarders in our minds. We're not letting anything go. God has you hearing this because He wants to do an intervention. He wants to help you clear out the worry, those things that are cluttering your life. And sometimes living worried has become normal to us. We've done it for years. We've gone around thinking we don't deserve to be blessed. We've let that recording play so long that we've accepted it. We believe those lies, and now our mind is cluttered. The good news is this is your day for an intervention. Those thoughts that are telling you you're not up to par, you need to say, no, thank you. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Clear out the negative. You have enough people in life against you. Don't be against yourself. My challenge, don't say another negative word about yourself. All through the day, this recording should be playing in our mind. I'm a masterpiece. I'm talented. I'm attractive. I'm favored. I'm empowered. I have seeds of greatness. Fear can't stay where faith is. Discouragement can't stay where hope is. Mediocrity can't stay where greatness is. If you don't clear out the clutter, it will keep you from going to new levels. Worry will keep you from rising higher. Going around offended, bitter will keep you from new opportunities. Why are you still sour over the person that walked away? Still bitter over that company that let you go? Don't let that poison your future. Recognize that's cluttering your mind. That's limiting your vision. Now, I'm not saying what they did wasn't hurtful, but as long as you hold on to it, you're giving them your power. You're letting them control you. Do you know how much energy it takes to hold a grudge? To go around trying to pay people back? That is valuable energy you need for your dreams, for your goals, for your children. You have to let go of the ashes before you receive the beauty. You have to clear out the clutter. That's what makes room for God to give you the beauty. When you have trouble and things come against you, the key is to don't fight with the opposition. Don't live worried, upset, stressed out. If you will stay in rest, then God will go to work. As long as you're uptight, worried, trying to make it happen only in your own strength, it will limit what God will do. Clear out the worry. Clear out the negativity. Live from a place of faith, a place of peace. You may have plenty of good reasons to live upset, not able to sleep at night. But when you're in peace, that's a position of power. Anyone can stay in faith when everything's going our way. The test comes when the medical report is not good. It's easy to let the clutter in. That's the time to show God that you trust Him. See, the enemy's main target is our mind. If he can keep it cluttered, filled with doubt, it keeps God from turning it around. God works where there's faith.
How do you create your life? You get hungry for something, don't you? Who has done something in your life that once seemed difficult or impossible, and now it's part of your life? How did you do it? You created it. You decided there's something you wanted so bad that you unleashed all your desire. You became obsessed with it. If it was a business or a car or a relationship or a transformation in your body, if there's something you once envisioned and now it's real, it's because you didn't just envision it, you brought so much emotion to it that now it's in your life. It was once a dream, it was once a goal, and now it's in your life. You may take it for granted now, hopefully not, but it was once just a vision. It may have seemed impossible at one time. So how did you do it? You started with a concrete vision of what you wanted, and you focused on it continuously, didn't you? Wherever focus goes, energy flows. You envisioned something, you got clear about it, and then you started thinking about all the reasons why you wanted it. You got excited about it. Said, this is what's next for me now. I want this. You may have dreamed about it, thought about it, talked about it. But when you focus on something continuously, something magical happens. You get insights, don't you? You overhear a conversation, you hear something you wouldn't have heard if you didn't have that outcome or goal that you wanted so badly. Who's ever come up with something, obsessed about it, didn't even know how to do it, and it just happened and it came together?
I realized that to have the level of success that I want to have is difficult in order to be world class. And I've made a decision. I want to be world class. And it takes such a desperate, obsessive focus to excel on a certain level that I want to make movies. When I was young, I sat in a movie theater and watched Star Wars, and I just couldn't believe that that movie made me feel like that, just floored and just stunned by the creativity. And just, I'm realizing that in order to move people in that way, in order to touch people in that way, you really got to focus with all of your fiber and all of your heart and all of your creativity.
Fulfillment is an art. What's going to fulfill you is different than the other person next to you. You're not going to learn that from anybody else. And you got to find it, because success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. That no matter what happens in your life, you're going to live in a beautiful state. And that could be happy, that could be grateful, that could be being generous. Those are all beautiful states, aren't they? It could be curious, it could be fun, it could be playful. You're not limited to one state, but it's different than suffering. Things are impossible till somebody does it. Impossible is not a fact, it's an opinion. The real problem is a chokehold is always the psychology and the skills, and 80% of that is psychology and 20% is the mechanics. But you can get any skill set if you have the psychology.
You want to make your dream come true, you got to stay focused. Some people rather get even than get ahead. Stay focused on where you want to go. You've got to be willing to stay focused, to be creative, to be relentless, because things are going to happen to you when you're working on your dream. You've got to focus on you. And as you convince you, as you sell yourself every day, you will begin to see a difference in the things that you're doing. Selling yourself on your ability to perform a job, to achieve a certain objective. Telling yourself every day, here I go again. And I got what it takes. This is my day, and nothing out here is going to stop me. There are a lot of people who are biting their fingers in fear that they might lose their jobs. But there are few people who have decided within themselves, I'm going to make it. Some people aren't waiting to be cut. Some people are moving on their own because they feel within themselves, I've got what it takes to make it. They're not afraid about tomorrow because of how they see themselves, because of what they feel that they deserve, because of what they feel that they can create for themselves. Because these people have decided, as they look at the future, as they look at themselves, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way for me to begin to create a way out of no way. And when you have that kind of consciousness, when you have that kind of spirit, nothing can stop you. Nothing. What would your life be like as you look toward the future if you decided, I'm not going to allow my fears to stop me? What would your life be like? What would your future be like if you decided to want that which you desire so strongly that it prepares you past your fears, that you experience the fear, as the one book says, feel the fear and do it anyway? What would your life be like? And I'm saying to you that all of us who have been entombed by fear have the capacity to resurrect ourselves and to resurrect our dream. Just like sports. Some of the best shooters can't hit baskets different times in games. They get in a slump. Do they sit on the sideline and say, I just didn't hit a basket today? No. They continue to execute. I suggest to you that if you are facing a challenge, don't stop. Stay busy. Work your plan. Continue to do those things that you know that work for you after you have evaluated yourself in the situation. Continue to move. Stay busy, stay busy, stay busy.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you gotta want it. You gotta want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat. Somebody came in my office the other day crying. I said, look, don't cry to give up. Cry to keep going. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain. You already hurt. Get a reward from it. Don't go to sleep until you succeed. You come to a place where, being smart ain't enough. You gotta have heart. The most important thing is this: to be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become.
Think big, because then you're going to get big. Then you're going to go and achieve big things. That is the most important thing. We don't achieve big things by accident. So shoot for the top, shoot for the sky, shoot for the stars. If you think that you're going to go and accomplish something really special and be the best in anything in the world, and you think you can do it without working, you make a big mistake. Because no matter what I did, if it was in bodybuilding or in acting or if it is in the political arena, it always took a lot of work.
Stuff gets better if we work at it and we stay focused on where we're going. It will be imperfect. It doesn't immediately get all solved. And this is going to be an ongoing project.
Anything and everything can be done if you can visualize it, if you believe in yourself. Just visualize your goal, know exactly where you want to go. Trust yourself. Get out there and work like hell and break some of the rules and never, ever be afraid of failure.